Hey everyone, Wanjan Widgets here. Today is a super special day for me because it's launch day for a brand new module.
Oh my god! Okay, it's happening! Everybody stay calm! Everybody stay calm!
This one is called Heavore, and it's completely focused on bringing that rich, test-heavy reading experience in finding so many video games straight into your RPG. Let's be honest, opening a journal page and reading through that standard formatting we usually get in Foundry can be exhausting, and it's not immersive at all. Now, we know not every player loves reading through pages of lore, but for those who do, I truly believe that we, as narrators, have a mission to do more, to deliver higher quality, deeper immersion, and to hide those crucial nuggets of information right in the middle of these books, so those players feel rewarded. We want to make their experience interacting with written lore as satisfying as possible. With that in mind, I created Heavore. This module actually builds upon a very solid foundation. It was a big project, and I knew I needed to familiarize myself with the code and learn some new things to make it exactly how I imagined. It all started with SessionFlow, specifically the Chronicle widget. It tries to simulate this beautiful 3D movement, making it an absolute pleasure for players to write their journals. Even though I was really happy with how the Chronicle turned out, I knew it was just the skeleton of the larger, visually impactful module I was planning to build. And that's how Heavore was born. Once you install and activate the module in Foundry, you will find it right here under Token Controls. When you click it, this super simple window pops up. Before I show you how to use it, let me show you a few things I have already created. It allows you to create books, notebooks, and scrolls. Let me open a book created with Heavore. Right away, you see this 3D book. Everything is customizable. The cover, the pages, and the quality is just amazing. Here's the first page. Adding images is super easy. Look at how smooth and satisfying this reading experience is. The same applies to notebooks. We even took great care to include fonts that actually make sense for this type of content, so this one feels like a character personal diary. Check this out, I even managed to add a burn mark to the page, and to turn the page, I can either drag it or simply click right here, super fast. Look at all these customization options, the circle, the stars, the X. It truly allows you to make your book, notebook, or scroll look as weathered and full of personality as you want. Mold, coffee stains, super immersive and also to write in. And we also have the scroll. Let's break this seal. Look at that. Also highly customizable. I can scroll down, scroll up, really satisfying to read and writing. I think this opens up so many possibilities for both players and narrators. If you want to create your own item inside Heavore, it's incredibly simple. Just click here, choose if it's going to be a book, a notebook, or a scroll. Let's create a test notebook here. The first thing you need to do is create the cover, and you have plenty of options. You can choose the material it's made of, the color, whether it has a spiral binding or it's stitched, how it closes, if it has a button, a string, an elastic band, or nothing at all. Let's give it a title. Here you can also choose the style for the text. And then you can add a stamp as well. Change the color, and decide how the edges of the page will look, if it's going to be weathered or if it's going to look brand new. Once you are happy with the cover, and remember, on top of these stamps available here, you can also upload your own. I actually did that for the ones I showed you earlier, the book, the notebook. In this case, let's go with one of the options already included in the module. Once you are satisfied, just stitch it up. Now, when you click here, you can go to Write tab and start writing your pages. Let's write a few. Writing is super easy. You can give your text a title, and then place your text right here. You can choose how the first letter will appear. We have several options here in the module. I think for a notebook, a more standard look can work really well. We took great care in selecting the fonts. So let's click down here, give it a name, and now let's take a look at the font options. Look, among the available fonts, I really like this one for a notebook. I think it looks very natural. We can choose the paper type. I like something like this. Its condition, if it looks brand new or weathered. I like something like this. Ruling. And the ink. Yes, this one. Placing an image is extremely easy. We can simply click here on Place Picture, and then just position it wherever you want in the text. And notice how the text automatically wraps around wherever I place the image. We can rotate it and also change the way it sits inside the notebook. For example, right now it has this white border. If I want to change it, I click on it and choose how the edge will look. Look at how interesting that is. On top of that, something really cool is that you can add some damage or some unique characteristics to your notebook, book or scroll. Let's, for example, add a signature down here. We can also add some damage, like, I don't know, circling an important word. Whoops. Maybe add an inkstand. Who knows, a burn mark up here. Or maybe an X right here. A coffee stain. And I can leave this text with as much personality as I want. Let's create another page. Look at this awesome detail. Since I added that burn mark on the previous page, it naturally has to show through on the next page as well. The module remembers that and ensures the page makes sense when you are looking at the book in 3D. Let's create one more page. Perfect! I have created a few pages here. Now let's click on Set the Ink to save, and then let's click to read it so we can see how our book is turning out, how our notebook looks. There you go, you can see it right here, with the cover exactly the way we set it up. Then we open it, and there is the image we placed, along with all the unique characteristics we added as well. We turn the page, and there is the burn mark right here, along with all the stains. Look at how incredible this is. Imagine putting this directly into your player hands so they can keep their character personal diaries. This is truly a level above what we could already achieve with the Chronicle widgets inside our SessionFlow module. And it's more than just notebooks. Now, as a narrator, you can create books and scrolls. Share this kind of material with your players and enrich your games. Sharing it is incredibly simple. You just click on the material you want to share, click right here on Handouts and choose who has permission to either write in it or simply read it. On top of that, we also created a dedicated widget for SessionFlow to make things even easier for you to manage. Just open your SessionFlow panel and you see a brand new widget if you have both modules installed. It's this one right here, Heavore. When you place it, as a narrator, you see all your available books and scrolls, while the player will only see the ones they have permission to read or writing. But hey, even if you don't use SessionFlow, don't worry. Players can just click directly on the Heavore icon and they will see all the books, scrolls, and notebooks the narrator has granted them access to. It's a self-contained module, an absolute delight to use, and it's going to be available for you today. I truly hope you all love it. I'm super anxious to see the amazing content you are all going to create with it. I am Widgets, and I'll see you in the next one.